Leo. This is your week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is a message for Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. It is an energy reading first and foremost, so it comes to you when you need to hear it, and you take it where it resonates in your life. If you're looking for personal readings, I do those. Check out my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, and you can schedule and book the service that's right for you, all right there. Seems a little bit of impatience has been growing here. Let me show you why. So you have all of this happening now and then looking back into the past. We have take a leap of faith and good luck, because grasshopper spirit is in fact good luck. Okay. Take a leap of faith. And this is why I say there's a bit of impatience, because we have watch and wait. You're still waiting for it. It's like you're still looking at, okay, all right, okay, when's something gonna happen, right? What's something gonna happen? Then we say bring your ideas to life. So I know this is very close and personal to you, something you've been wanting to start, wanting to happen, wanting to see them actually actualize, manifest before you. A rebirth is assured, so there is this awakening that's been going on. We're still almost right now in the yawning phase, the yawn and stretch phase, if you will, of this manifestation process for you, Leo, which means it is beginning. It is starting. Something is very new, so it can't move around a lot. It's not up there living out loud yet. It's just awakening. Something that started maybe a few months ago, maybe a year ago. I don't know if it started way back. I don't know how far it started back, but it doesn't seem like it started that far. So this is something that started, and it's just sort of dawning. It's sort of waking up. It's sort of stretching right now. And then we have be at home, which is family energy. It's Cancerian energy. It is being closer to home, right? In other words, there is a cocoon energy here maybe not a cocoon so much as a den. You wanting to be closer to home because something is awakening. And when things are awakening, they are vulnerable. And there is this energy of, kind of stretching, kind of like, I'm not really, my eyes aren't, think of how you feel when you just wake up. Yes, things have officially begun for the day, but you're still kind of groggy and your eyes aren't clear. And, you've got a lot to do to get yourself ready just to step outside. This is telling me that whatever it is that you've been working on, whatever it is you've just birthed, that's what we're talking about right now. And it is in the alive phase. It is in the phase of just waking up, but it is waking up. It is absolutely happening. And it's almost like the impatience seems to feel like it seems to seem like maybe you can't see it. So I'm here to tell you, it is real. It is happening. You are not imagining things, and things aren't even particularly going very slowly, so much as they are your expectations versus the reality of them. Things in reality don't usually move very quickly, and when they do, when they happen like that, it's because they've actually been building for a very long time, and that's just when it pops out. This isn't so much like that. I feel like this is definitely something that has been growing. This faith has been developing. You've been allowing it to develop. It's been teaching you. It's been changing you, Leo. And that's very beautiful energy. Claim your independence. So there seems to be at this point that period of not just waking up, but taking the first step. So this is like an extended metaphor of the life cycle of whatever it is that you have been really creating and birthing. It has been birthed, it is waking up, and now it's starting to really put itself together. This almost seems like you've been piecing a new version of yourself. You've been recreating who you are, and now it's starting to become clear the version of you, the ego that you're putting together. The ego is not egotistical. The ego is a strong and firm sense of who you are. So it's all the bits and pieces of yourself coming together like a puzzle that you've created and saying, this is me. So I think the this is me version of you is you've really recreated who you are. You know, it's got to do with home. It's got to do with family. Certainly a lot of times family absolutely guides us through this process. But it could be very impacted by family recreating you, or the reconstruction of your family if you're at that time of your life where you're starting to learn yourself as somebody different, especially say you're an empty nester, or you've just retired, or your kids are going away to school, so you're not quite officially an empty nester, but you sort of are. So this is that time in your life where there is a recreation of the self. So we have our foundation. Let's get our moon card, because as I'm recording this and as I upload this, there is a solar eclipse that is happening. And I can tell you right now, Leo, that is these cards know. They sit and they listen. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. This is not a full moon. It's not a full moon in Leo, but I stopped because, damn, that's you. It's you. It's everything that you are. And in this sense, don't let pride get in your way, Leo, is telling you, don't let who you think you are or what you expected to get in the way of the abundance that is there. You took a leap of faith. Faith means that this whole recipe included God and God's contribution. Remember that when you look out across the field or a crowded room and you expect to see something that your mind created, but God is painting. God has the paintbrush. So there's a sense of stop expecting, because letting pride get in your way is what is going to make you not see what abundance you have in your life and see how the abundance has actually been unfolding, and ultimately then you're going to call it a loss. If you let pride get in your way, you'll call it a loss. You'll say nothing is happening, nothing is being created the way that I wanted it to be, and you'll call it a loss, and you're going to miss something. It is very new right now. It is just starting. Put that pride aside, and no, pride and ego is not the same thing at all. Like I said, ego is your understanding of who you are, and pride is basically arrogance. Pride is essentially your defense against feeling like a failure. That's when pride forms. It's arrogance. It's sort of this air of, oh, I'm so proud of something. I'm so proud of something. I'm so, you know, I don't want the world to view me as vulnerable. But right now you are vulnerable. And to allow yourself to be vulnerable is the continuation of faith. But if you stop and you insist on the lack of vulnerability and the appearance of I have everything under control, then you actually cut God out of the recipe, and it's almost like destroying what is baking. So don't let pride get in your way. Claim your independence. There is that sense of you may be having some issues this week right now with my family's getting in my way. You know, the people who love me, my pride for a lion, it's called a pride. The group that they belong to is called a pride. Don't let your pride get in your way, that sense of that's your ego, or that's your pride saying, you're in my way now, right? That's the saying, don't let pride get in your way, claim your independence. honestly, you know what that does sound like? Because I'm saying it out loud. It's almost like, don't let your family get in your way. Don't let expectations get in your way. Don't let what's happened in the past get in your way. Don't let this feeling that you have to keep up promises or fulfill things from the past get in your way. Something new is churning inside of you. Something new is starting. You don't have to repeat the past. You don't have ancestral obligations. It's saying don't let that shit get in your way. It's saying claim your independence and be you. Be who you are. Be who you know you were meant to be. Allow yourself to dawn. So that's really that's really what it is saying. You know, this sense of you're going to have to go. It doesn't mean you're abandoning your family, but it's like go out on your own. Get things done. Don't stay stuck at home. If you do, you're actually curtailing the energy instead of allowing it to expand. That is exactly what's being said. Once again, we have Aries energy. What does that mean? That means independence. That means doing it by yourself. That means going it alone. Not necessarily going it alone, but realizing it's on you, right? And stepping out independently. That's Aries energy. Twice we've had Aries energy, and then once again we have it again, which is being single, being singular, or no. Knowing that you are singular, being confident and competent in your singularity. And that is the way that you are going to actually pull everything forward because you know the way, you know the direction. That's what it's saying. There is this energy of realizing and recognizing just how much you're worth, as well as this sense of pulling away from the crowd. Not just your family or even your family. You're pulling your family along with you. It's saying, Leo, something is happening now, so you will start to pull away from the crowd. Pull away from the expectations. Whatever this crowd was, you're going to start pulling away from it. You're going to start showing up independently. You're going to start presenting yourself and your independence. If this is just a growth period, you're going to start coming into yourself. If this is sort of something that you've been working hard on, this is that sense of you're going to start to stand out because all the work is at a point where people are going to start singling you out for better or worse, but that's what's going to happen, leading the pack. And now we have the Star card here, which is Aquarian energy, and it's upright. So this is all about going into the community. Being seen, could even be popularity for certain. If you are in a relationship or a long-term relationship with an Aquarian, this is like, you know, their momentum may be slowing down and your momentum might be picking up, or whatever it is, something has become much more public, especially when it comes to your love, an attraction, a connection. It's taken a while, but now it's gelling and becoming public. I don't know if this is a relationship that you're in. It doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is that you know that this has taken a while to get here, but something is now gelling and people are attracted to you and they're starting to see you. So this could be a level of, yes, I'm telling the world that we're engaged or we're about to get married or we're bringing our relationship or our family into public, or I'm bringing this idea into the public. It's now starting, it's moved very slowly, maybe from a year ago or whatever, but now it's starting to be taken out, like it's going to become popular. This has moved very, very slowly, but you have been very consistent about it. And now all of a sudden we start to see popularity coming about. This is really a growth phase, right? It's like the beginning when it was just a leap of faith, the middle when things were just dawning, and now things are starting to go beyond the dawning period. They're starting to trickle outside of the dawn and actually start to take their first steps. So that is definitely by the end of the week, you're going to start seeing some motion come into this. I'm trying to figure out which set of cards. No, I want to keep using these. Okay, so tell me where we're headed. Tell me where we're headed. Remember, there's always an extended reading where I can just be candid with you. And we'll go deeper into this message. Please come join me. The link is down below after this reading. Okay, so there's been some major hardship here moving forward. You know, the cards are being quite blunt. It's also saying that there's been a heavy burden on you because something that you tried was not working out. Lots of defeats have meant, or lots of defeats or people working against you have built up a lot of burdens on you, especially when it comes to money. But what's going to be resolved is the resolution. It's almost like you're finding an innovative way to work it out, or you're figuring out how to make things balance out. This stress and the strain that has been upon you, there is finances coming in, or there is resources coming in. This could be Sagittarian energy. It's just there. It's like the new resources or the new visibility, whatever. Like there's new volumes that you have been introduced to. And these burdens that you've taken on yourself, it could even be hiring people, hiring employees. There's a lot of like a defeat that's happened here because primarily you've taken too much on your back. You need actually to bring somebody else in to help you out. And interestingly enough, you may be thinking like, well, I can't afford this new person to help us out. But you're going to actually, it's almost like through that expense comes a lot of relief so that you can grow. Or it's simply saying, no, there's relief that's coming. You're finally seeing the other side of it. It's coming around. You'll be glad that you invested. The resources are here. Things are working out so that you can actually balance things out. This is really lovely energy that you end up with. Being able to broaden and expand and welcome in resources that you absolutely need as if given by God, but that's because it was. You let God in, God will provide. And that's what the energy is saying. There's a lot of major arcana here, that this is how things were supposed to go. And now what's manifesting is the flow of it all instead of the ebb of it all. Let's go into the extended, guys. I will see you there.